Colorado High School Activities Association softball is on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. This afternoon, here from Johnson Field and Brush, it is the Brush Bee Diggers taking on the Resurrection Christian Cougars as we're getting things situated here. I'm John Beltran. The Bee Diggers are 1-0 against Res this year. Easy to be 1-0 when you've only played them once, and they beat them 18-0. And that was way back in late August. Resurrection Christian 1-7 overall, and the Bee Diggers are at 8-8 after losing yesterday, as they fell by a score of 11-1 to the University Bulldogs. Let's get to the starting lineup for visiting Resurrection Christian. Batting first for the Cougars is Lauren Morris at the shortstop. The second baseman, Jaden Krager, at second. Pitcher Alexis Knapp, she's the best player on this team, bats third. The cleanup hitters Bentley Staker at the left fielder. Batting fifth is the first baseman, Lael Erickson. Riley Smith, the third baseman, is hitting out of the sixth position. Charlie Jen Malone, the right fielder, hits seventh. Callie Gillespie, the center fielder, hits eighth. And Audrey Johnson behind the plate bats ninth. And Braylon Rule delivers. And that is a strike, the opening pitch. Brought to you by Buildings by Design. When it comes to experience, Buildings by Design is the very best in the business. Quality, commitment, and experience makes Buildings by Design the only choice when it comes to your next project. That is a strike right there. Olivia Gillick at first. Avery Lefevre is the second baseman today. Mason Unrein at third. The shortstop is freshman Brisa Aguirre. Carly Holdren in left. Carly Tatalini in center. The right fielder is Keely Langford. Amaya Bruno behind the plate. And swing and a miss. Three solid pitches there by Braylon Rule.
Second baseman number 11.
There's one down. Now the last time these teams played, let me get you the exact numbers here. The Bee Diggers won on August 26th. That pitch is away. 18-0 behind a no-hitter from Mason Unrein, and she struck out 9 in the game. That is a strike to the number 2 hitter here in this Resurrection Christian lineup. That is Jaden Krager, hitting from the right side. The first hitter was a lefty. And the offering, scoring to bunt, and pops it foul off to the right. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Very winnable games coming up for Brush today. They should breeze here by Res. And then Thursday at Valley, a team they defeated 12-4. Early on this season. And the pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch down and in. And that's another strikeout, another swinging strikeout there, registered by Braylon Rule. There's 2 down.
Lefty Knapp.
And that'll send up Alexis Knapp. Knapp certainly can really club this softball. She did not get a hit against the Bee Diggers, but 2 solid swings in late August. The pitch, that is way outside, a ball and no strikes. Here to Alexis Knapp. And the offering, that's a strike. And the count is now sitting at 1-1. That pitch was tailing away. That is right there on the outer half. It's 1-2. Braylon Rule is really picking up some steam here with these pitches. 1 ball and 2 strikes. She struck out the first 2. Knapp is not going to be as easy. She can hit the pitch. Swung on and popped up third base side. And the shortstop Aguirre and the third baseman Unrein can't decide who's going to make the catch, and it just drops in. Right behind Unrein and to the right and in front of Brisa Aguirre. And boy, Tom Odell is very upset, and I don't blame him. This is game number 17. Somebody's got to call that, and it goes as a base hit. Yeah, that is awful. That Mason's been there all day, or all season for the most part when she's not pitching, but Barisa really had a shot at that ball too. Swung on, and that's grounded right side. Second baseman Lefevre tosses to first, and there's the out, but Resurrection Christian does get a cheap hit because the Bay Diggers fell asleep defensively. No runs on one hit, no errors. And a base runner left at first. Let's head to the bottom of the first inning. Resurrection Christian does not score, and the Beat Diggers are coming to bat on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Beat Diggers starting lineup is brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Mobile banking on the go makes banking easier for you when you're on the go. If I could read that copy. Equitable Savings and Loan, under fine sponsor of Morgan County Athletics. All right, let's get to it. Batting first for the Beat Diggers is Avery Lefevre. The second hitter is Braylon Rule. Carly Tattellini, the center fielder, hits third. The cleanup hitter is the left fielder, Harley Holdren. Batting fifth is the third baseman, Mason Unrein. Olivia Gillick, the first baseman, at sixth. Shortstop, Brisa Aguirre Garcia, bats seventh. Catcher, Maya Bruno, hits eighth. And Keely Langford, the right fielder, is batting ninth. Defensively, Leo Erickson's at first. Jaden Krager's at second. The third baseman, Riley Smith. Lauren Morissette at short. The outfield, Bentley Stagert is in left. Callie Gillespie in center. Charlie Jen Malone's in right. Behind the plate is Audrey Johnson. Alexis Knapp is on the mound for Resurrection Christian. She's a good pitcher. She needs support behind her. If she doesn't get any strikeouts or limits the strikeouts, the Beat Diggers proved in the other meeting. All they had to do was put the ball in play, and they had lots of success. The Bay Diggers had just 3 hits yesterday in the 11-1 loss to University. I mean, the one thing they've proven, they can hit pitching against lackluster teams, swing and a miss, and a pitch that was above the letters. No balls and 1 strike to Lefevre. Just a sophomore for Brush. Alexis Knapp, she's probably given up more unearned runs in this league than any other team. The pitch, swing and a miss, and a ball tailing away. So far, she's been helped out by Avery Lefevre swinging at pitches that are not in the strike zone, especially the first one. No balls and 2 strikes in the bottom of the first inning. Resurrection did not score, but had an infield hit. The pitch, swung on line, foul off to the right. That pitch was up and away. Warmer today than it was yesterday. Yesterday we started at 66 degrees. Today, we're also at 66. It doesn't feel like that. I'm telling you that right now. It feels more like 76. No balls and 2 strikes. I can't believe it's only 66. It feels a lot warmer than that. And the offering to the fence, a pitch very high. A ball and 2 strikes. The Bee Diggers have been Jekyll and Hyde this year with the offense, and a lot of that has to do with the competition. 1-2 to Lefevre, and the offering swung on, fouled off to the right. That pitch, trying to swat it the other way. And already she's working Alexis Knapp here. 2-2 to Lefevre. The sophomore awaits the pitch, and here it is. And that bounces in, slipped out of her hand. Lefevre hitting .294. If you look at this lineup, it is all underclassmen except Harley Holdren, the lone senior, hitting .341. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Holdren had a nice RBI double yesterday. The pitch, swing and a miss on a pitch belt high. Swung right through it. There's 1 down. And Lefevre, who was 0 for 3 yesterday,
Number 4, Braylon Rule.
is out number 1. Here's Braylon Rule. Braylon yesterday was 0 for 2. The right-hander comes home, swung on, grounded sharply off the third baseman, deflected to the pitcher, and no play. That'll be an error. It was a one-hopper, a hard one-hopper, but right at Riley Smith. And she just played it off her leg, it looked like, or something to that degree. What a ricochet. It was not a bad hop.
Number 6, Carly
Again,
Catalini.
help defensively behind Alexis Knapp once the ball's put in play. Here's Carly Catalini. Knapp is certainly bringing it here to these rush hitters. The pitch swung on and popped up. Second baseman goes out, and that's going to be caught. The two-handed catch there by Krager. And there's 2 down. 2 down here for Harley Holdren. Holdren, as I mentioned, is a 341.
Harley Holdren.
Catalini fires that at bat, hitting 275.
Yeah, this is way better.
And that's the best way for Knapp, besides the strikeouts and pop-ups, to record the outs. Swing and a miss, runner goes to second, and will be uncontested for Braylon Rule. It'll be a stolen base with 2 down, a runner in scoring position. No score, bottom of the first inning. With Mason Unrein waiting to hit next. And the 0-1 offering, and that is low. Rule the third, no throw. She'll slide in, stealing again. A ball and a strike. The board's got 0-1, but that should be 1-1. There it is.
He's going down early.
Let's see if Holdren does what she did yesterday. A 2-out RBI hit for the first run in the first inning. Swung on line, base hit into center field by Harley Holdren, just like that.
Now batting. Third baseman number 9, Macy Unrein.
He's another one that'll be a high
It's a base hit. We'll make an adjustment here.
Oh, really?
And the pitch is swing and a miss. All right, we'll do it here just like that. That should sound a little bit better. No balls and 1 strike. And the offering. Swing and a foul tip into the glove. And the count is at 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Here to Mason Unrein. Unrein is having a good season as a junior. And the offering. And swing and a miss and a pitch above the letters. Well, in fact, they're on neck level. And Alexis Knapp records 2 strikeouts in the opening inning. However, the Bee Diggers do pick up a run. They benefit from an error. And there was 1 left. Let's head to the second inning in Brush. With the score, Brush 1, Resurrection Christian nothing on 1010 KSLR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. All right, let's head to the second inning. The Bee Diggers with a 1-0 lead on Harley Holdren's RBI single, which came in the bottom of the first inning. The pitch is swung on, grounded up the middle. That's a base hit into center field, and Resurrection Christian, which was no hit late last month, has 2 hits in the game.
Now batting third baseman number 15, Riley Smith.
And that'll send up Riley Smith after the base hit from Lael Erickson, scoring to bunt and lays it down foul right at her feet at the plate. No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 here to Smith. The pitch, and she waved at that. 0-2 throw back to first, nothing doing. No balls and 2 strikes. One nothing Brush in the top of the second, trying to rebound from yesterday's loss to University, and that is low. And the count is now sitting at ball 1, 2 strikes. Rockies will play tonight at 6:40 right here on 1010. It's a radio-only game. The pitch. That is on the outside corner. Strike 3. Third strikeout. That was looking. And Smith is down. Here's Charlie Jen Malone.
Jen Malone.
And the opening meeting, Jen Malone was 0 for 1, swinging a foul. Actually, she was not in the lineup. She was, for one plate appearance, was hit by a pitch. Well, the problem was the first meeting around, Brush won in 4 innings, so most res hitters only batted 1, squaring to bunch. He misses, throw back to first. Again, nothing doing. Erickson back in. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on. Top 2, the B-Diggers with a 1-0 lead on a 2-out RBI single from Holdren in the bottom of the first inning. The pitch. Swing and a miss. On some heat, down at around the ankles. There's 2 down. First B-Digger run brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Greg Mullen and his team are there to make the insurance world easy for you. 842-4555. And the offering. Swung on, grounded sharply to third. Unride's got it, sets, throws to first for the out. And for the second consecutive inning, Resurrection Christian strands a runner. But they do pick up a hit as we head to the bottom of the second inning in Brush. The B-Diggers lead the Cougars 1-0 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Let's head to the bottom of the second inning, where the B-Diggers lead Resurrection Christian by a score of 1-0.
In the bottom of the second inning, first baseman, number 7.
And here is Olivia Gillick. She had some nice swings yesterday, real nice swings. Wind and pitch. Swung on and popped foul and out of play off to the right. Olivia Gillick hitting .286. Did have one of the 3 base hits for Brush yesterday. And the 1-run effort for the B-Diggers, an 11-1 loss to University. And the offering. Swung on, grounded sharply to short, off the glove of the shortstop, Morissette. Deflects towards center field. That's error number 2 for Resurrection Christian. That was one of the issues the first time around.
26, Brisa Aguirre Garcia.
Yeah, let me see how many errors they had that first time, because it was a bunch. Yeah, they had 6 errors in the first time they played. Here's Brisa Aguirre Garcia. The pitch. And she bunts it foul. That's not a good pitch to bunt. That was well above the zone. She had to let that go. And luckily, she's still alive in the at-bat. No balls and 1 strike. Yeah, you got to know it as a hitter that not everything is buntable, even if you make contact. 0-1 here to Brisa. The offering. That is high. Same pitch, but that time she laid off and she was swinging away. 1 ball and 1 strike. There's the wind and offering. Swung on and chopped to the second baseman, and that one is bobbled, and another error as Krager could not make the play on a routine grounder. That is now 3 errors and 2 in a row here against Resurrection Christian. And first and second for Amaya Bruno.
Amaya Bruno.
Yeah, those are routine plays. Bruno hitting .256 on the season. Bruno yesterday was 0 for 2. Swing and a miss by Amaya Bruno. That pitch at the knees from Alexis Knapp, the right-hander. No balls and 1 strike. Knapp looks in, runners at first and second, nobody out, bottom 2, 1-0 Brush. The offering scoring to bunt. Oh, again. Why are you trying to bunt a pitch that high? And she fouled it back. I mean, Brush has got to learn you cannot bunt pitches that are above the letters. You're not putting that in play, and if you do, you're going to pop it up. No balls and 2 strikes. And the offering, swing and a miss. And the runners advance. It's a double steal there. And there's 1 down.
Now batting right
As Alexis Knapp on 3 pitches strikes out Amaya Bruno. Here's the right fielder, Keely Langford, played second yesterday, hitting 192. Had a couple of good swings early on against Addison Harding, who tossed the 3-hitter for University. And the offering. That is a strike at the knees. No balls and 1 strike. That was certainly her pitch. At third is Gillick. At second is Brisa Aguirre Garcia. Langford awaits the pitch. And here it is. Swing and a miss late on that swing. It's 0-2. Langford hitting out of the 9-hole with Lefevre on deck. Yeah, if you're Knapp, you're going to throw a rise ball here. I mean, that would be the logical pitch. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. That pitch was thigh high. And it's a strikeout of Langford, 2 down.
Now batting second baseman, number 3, Avery Lefevre.
Here's Lefevre, who struck out herself in the first inning. Alexis Knapp already with 4 strikeouts. 4 of the 5 outs have been recorded via the strikeout. And that pitch is upstairs. A ball and no strikes. We're in the bottom of the second inning. The Bee Diggers, which tacked on 18 against Resurrection Christian in 4 innings in late August, have just 1 run. Even though Rez has committed 3 errors, the pitch right down the middle for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. The lone victory for Resurrection Christian came 2 games ago. They shut out Platte Valley 5-0. Runners on their bases, both in scoring position. And the offering swung on and lifted down the right side. That's foul. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, these Bee Diggers, with a couple of exceptions, are getting late swings or just swinging and missing against Alexis Knapp. Bee Diggers wearing their whites today with the black pants and royal blue with a black outline in the black pants for Resurrection Christian. And the pitch swung on and lined and off the glove of the second baseman, picked up throw to first, and that is going to be late. But again, another error. That ball was lined and should have been caught there by the second baseman, Krager. Hit hard, but that was right in her glove and then slipped out of her glove. So the run scores. Gillick scoring from third. Here's Braylon Rule. She reached on an error. 4 errors in the game, 3 in the inning. And the offering. Up and away. The ball's off the glove and advanced there anyway. A steal by Lefevre to second. Yeah, Lefevre hit it well, but you cannot give her a hit on that one. Hit right at the second baseman, Krager. They've committed an error everywhere in the infield except first base. And a 1-0, and that bounces in and rolls right to the catcher. Nice backhanded play there by Johnson. Two balls and no strikes. And a pitch. Down and in. The ball gets away, but only a few inches away. 3-0. On deck is Carly Tatalini. Brush up 2-0 here in the bottom of the second. A run in each inning. Braylon might try to swing away. Knapp has thrown just 8 balls and 25 strikes. But 3 balls to this hitter. 3-0. Right down the middle. It's a strike at 3-1. Brush will be at Valley coming up on Thursday, 4 o'clock on 10-10. 3-1 count to Braylon Rule. The pitch, swing, and off the glove of the catcher, and now Brisa Aguirre slips. So she has to hold up back at third. She could have scored on that one. I don't think she picked up her feet enough. She kind of dragged him, and then she just fell in between third and home and had to go back. So no wild pitch, 3-2 on Braylon Rule. And the offering, that's up and away. Now that ball ricochets right back to the catcher off the fence. And the bases are loaded. Here for Carly Tattolini,
Now batting center field.
who popped to the second baseman her first time up.
Carly Tattolini.
Here's Tattolini from the left side with the bases loaded and 2 down. And the offering swung on. That one is grounded to second. Routine play, throw to first is going to be in time. That's a nice play over there in an inning in which Resurrection Christian struggled, but Jaden Krager made the play, and the Bee Diggers are limited to 1 run for Brush in the inning. 1 run on no hits. There were 3 Resurrection Christian errors, and the bases were left loaded. We'll head to the third inning in Brush. It's the Bee Diggers 2, Resurrection Christian nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. John Beltran back in Brush. I think we've solved our previous audio issues, even though we made an adjustment. 1 ball and no strikes. To the first hitter here, the third, Audrey Johnson. And the offering. And that is down and away. 2 balls and no strikes. The Bee Diggers have a run in each of the first 2 innings, but they've taken advantage of miscues. Braylon Rule, 18 strikes and only 3 balls before this inning. Swag and a miss. Yeah, both pitchers have been on in this game, without a doubt. Braylon has struck out 4. And Alexis Knapp, that's a swing and a miss, has struck out 4 as well. The Bee Diggers going into this game hitting .305 as a team. Yeah, Resurrection Christian considerably lower. That's a swing and a miss on a pitch down and in. And it's strikeout number 5. Johnson goes down. There's 1 down.
Now batting shortstop number 3, Lauren Morrison.
Yeah, we'll get a comparison here momentarily. As retired is Johnson. Here's Lauren Morissette. She struck out to begin the game, and that's down and away. A ball and no strikes. Resurrection Christian just played University last week, the team that Brush lost to yesterday, and University won that game 17-2. Squaring to bunt, lays it down foul behind the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. In fact, Res does not have any stats, but they can't be hitting more than 100 as a team, you would think. Now with a 1-7 record and getting shut down in most of their games, their lone victory 5-0 over Platte Valley. The offering, squaring to bunt, lays it down, foul behind the plate again. And the count is now sitting at a ball and 2 strikes. Here to the left-handed hitting Lauren Morissette. 2-0 Brush, top of the third with 1 out. They do have a hit in each of the first 2 innings, do the Cougars. And the offering, and that's down and away, scooped up there by Bruno. Ball 2, strike 2. Boy, she's getting lots of encouragement here. Lots of encouragement. The pitch, swing and a foul tip into the glove of Bruno. However, she dropped it. In and out. So it remains at 2-2. Oh, my gosh, there is some Resurrection Christian parent. She's talking to her constantly. The offering, swing and a miss right down the middle. Morissette strikes out. And again, Braylon Rule is just racking up the strikeouts.
Now batting second baseman number 11,
The junior right-hander has back-to-back strikeouts and 6 in the game. Here's Jaden Krager. She struck out in the opening inning with an open stance from the right side, and the pitch. Out the strike. Ooh. Well, that was tailing away. I thought it missed, but gave her the strike. No balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. Strike 2. Is that the first base coach? I thought it was a parent. A man. Yeah, her voice is carrying. Wow. She is ways away, and I can hear her clearly from here like she's next to me. 0-2. In the dirt, a ball and 2 strikes. But words of encouragement here for this hitter for Resurrection Christian. And Jaden Krager, the pitch, a little bit low. Count levels at 2-2. With 2 down and the bases empty in the third, 2-0 in favor of Brush. Expected to win this game big. The pitch, swing and a miss. And Braylon Rule strikes out the side in order in inning number 3. 7 strikeouts in the game as we head to the bottom of the third. Brush is holding a 2-0 lead over Resurrection Christian on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. 2-0 Brush as we head to the bottom of the third inning. And the Bee Diggers will be sending up the middle of the order. Harley Holdren, Mason Unrein, and Olivia Gillick. Holdren has an RBI single. Holdren came into the game hitting .341, and they need her experience. She's the only senior. She got some swings a year ago in pinch hitting duty.
In the bottom of the third inning.
And she will now bat against Alexis Knapp. 2 runs on 1 hit for Brush, no runs on 2 hits for Resurrection, but the Cougars have committed 4 errors. They've left 2 on base, and the Bee Diggers have stranded 4 over the first 2 innings. Engineering and consulting services for all of your projects. Strong commitment to their clients' needs sets them apart. Get your project started the right way. Western Engineering Consultants. And from Western Engineering Consultants to a swing and a miss on the first pitch to Harley Holdren. No balls and 1 strike. The right-hander Alexis Knapp fires. Swing and a miss on a pitch that was neck high. The Bee Diggers have been a little bit undisciplined today at the plate. They made bunt attempts at pitches right around neck level. They've also had a strikeout there and a swing and a miss by Holdren on that same pitch. If I'm Knapp, I keep going there because Brush is biting. The 0-2. Swing and a miss on a ball that was knee high, and the throw to first to record the strikeout. The ball was dropped, but the strikeout is recorded on the throw by the catcher Johnson. There's 1 down. Holdren strikes out on 3 pitches, and Alexis Knapp by herself is keeping the team in the game with her 5th strikeout. Mason Unrein was one of those. She was strikeout victim number 2. Squaring to bunt the pitch. And that is taken. Boy, that looked pretty good from here. I don't know where it missed. I can't even tell you that was high. It must have been outside. Even Alexis Knapp is asking, where was that? Well, yeah, she's asking. I mean, that's got to be a strike. 1 ball and no strikes. I have no idea. I mean, that is a strike, but it's not called a strike, and maybe are they going to appeal? Oh, they're going to appeal, and apparently she did go all the way through with that one. So it's strike 1. She did not pull the bat back on the bunt attempt. So that's what she wanted, but I thought it was a strike either way. The pitch swung on and chopped to short. And that's off the shortstop's glove, picks it up, and no throw. Morissette with another error. 5th error committed by the Cougars. They had 6 in the first meeting. Here is Olivia Gillick, who reached on an error as well earlier in the game. As shortstop is a tough position. And Morissette and Krager, the shortstop and second baseman, respectively, have committed 4 errors combined. The pitch. And that is low. No steal there by Unrein. She was several steps off the bag. 1 ball and no strikes. 2-0 Brush. A run in the first, a run in the second. We're in the third against Resurrection Christian in Brush. And the delivery. Swung on and fouled off to the right. And the count levels at 1 ball and 1 strike to the number 6 hitter, Gillick. Yeah, Brush is not on their A game offensively. They actually had better swings yesterday, to be honest with you. Addison Harding didn't pick up a lot of strikeouts at all. But Knapp is a good pitcher. Swung on, pop foul, and out of play off to the right. Count is at 1-2. Addison Harding, only a freshman for a university, went the distance, striking out 3. So Knapp already has 2 more strikeouts than Harding did all of yesterday in 6 innings. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Olivia Gillick. We're here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Looking in. The pitch. Swing, and that base was occupied. It's a swing and a miss off the catcher's glove, but that base should have been, they're going to say safe because she was stealing. So it's a strikeout. So the base indeed was not occupied because Unrein was stealing from first, but she was barely off of first. Oh, now they're going to say, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. There's nobody at first, so it is a strikeout. All right. But even Kevin Fergus signaled safe at first, but that is a strikeout of Gillick. I thought I knew the rule. 6 strikeout, but the 3rd, all the way there, is Mason Unrein. It's kind of like a wild pitch. Here's Aguirre Garcia, reached on an air, and she takes it up and away. A ball and no strikes. Baydigger struggling to make contact in this game with 6 strikeouts already against the right-hander. Braylon Rule has 7 strikeouts of her own. And the pitch. And that is off the catcher's glove. And here to the plate comes Unrein. She's in there standing. Boy, a great read there by Mason Unrein. It'll be a pass ball. And Brush has scored another run. It's 3-0. They've got 3 runs on 1 hit. Rez actually has 2 hits in the game, but no runs. 2 balls and no strikes to Aguirre Garcia. And the pitch swung on and grounded right side, backhanded by the first baseman, Erickson, who steps on the bag. And that will end the 3rd inning. The Baydiggers score a run. There was an error in the inning as we head to the 4th and Brush. Brush 3, Resurrection Christian nothing on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. I would go to the 4th inning. The Baydiggers with a 3-0 lead, but they haven't done much to earn it. Just 1 hit over the first 3 innings. Here against the right-hander Alexis Knapp, who has 6 strikeouts. However, 7 strikeouts in the game for Braylon Rule. She's on her way to setting a career high, which has got to be around 10, if I remember correctly, earlier this season. Now she's got to contend with Alexis Knapp, who had a fly ball that neither Mason Unrein or Brisa Aguirre Garcia could catch. It was very catchable, but they kind of looked at each other and it fell behind Unrein and in front of Aguirre Garcia up the 3rd base side. So that was credited as a single. The pitch, down and in. A ball and no strikes. Yeah, this should end the streak of consecutive strikeouts. She struck out 3 in a row, and that one bounces in. Struck out the first 2 in the first. Hitters 2 and 3 in the second, and all 3 in the third. And now down 2-0 to Knapp. She knows that she's got to be special against this hitter. 2 balls and no strikes, and the pitch. Down and in. Has not walked a hitter, but that's about to happen here. 3-0. All the pressure's on Brush because Rez is 1-7. The pitch right down the middle at the knees for a strike. Ball 3, strike 1. 5 errors committed by Resurrection Christian, and it's only 3-0 Brush. The pitch Swung on and chopped foul right behind the plate. 3-2. Yeah, the first game went just 4 innings. This is in the 4th inning. 3-2 pitch. Swung on, lined up the middle. Second baseman Lefevre backhands it. He has no play. I'm not sure why she threw all the way through. You don't want to do that. Not a smart play there. It's a base hit. Yeah, you have no chance to get her. I mean, it's nice to get to the ball, but don't make an extra throw for no reason. And that's base hit number 3 for Resurrection Christian. Here's Bentley Stagert. She grounded to second her first time up. And the offering. Swung on. That is grounded right back to the mound. Braylon Rule then threw it to second for some reason, and the ball gets away. She kind of bounced it off her hand. That'll be a fielder's choice. No error. She had to play at first. That's not the right play, so first and second. Again, no error because she fielded it cleanly and a good throw. She would have been safe. Here's Lael Erickson. You want to get the easy out. She hit a base hit the first time up, and she fouls it back on the bunt attempt. Yeah, she hesitated on the throw and kind of bounced it in towards second. There was no further advance. Resurrection Christian is the tying run at the plate, but they don't have too many runs scored this year. They're going to try to manufacture a run. Swing and a miss. On a ball at the letters, it's 0-2. Rule is 46 pitches deep. No balls and 2 strikes. And the offering. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Bruno. Strike 3. Erickson goes down. And that's strikeout number 8. Riley Smith struck out looking in the 2nd inning. And she now steps in with Alexis Knapp at second. Staggered at first, squaring a bunt. And she bunts it up to third base side, foul. No balls and 1 strike. I mean, Rez is not going to play a solid game defensively. They're just too young and too inexperienced. But they've got a very good pitcher, and their hitting has certainly improved since the first outing against Brush. And the pitch upstairs. Count levels at 1-1 to Riley Smith. Here in the top of the 4th inning, 2. Make it 3-0 Brush. The offering, and that is fouled back on the bunt attempt. A ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, you don't want to play like this going into the Thursday game against Valley. Valley's better than Rez. And Brush is really scuffling in this game outside of the pitcher, Braylon Rule. 1-2. Upstairs. And she's bringing some heat here. It's 2-2. And Braylon Rule is looking for her 9th strikeout. 1 pitch away. 2-2 pitch. Low and off the glove of Bruno to the screen. And the runners advance into scoring position. Knapp to third, Stagert to second. Well, now she's really looking for a strikeout. Now the infield is playing in. Playing in with a 3-0 lead. Yeah, Tom Odell wants the shutout. The pitch. That is right down the middle. Called strike 3, thigh high. 2 down. Charlie Jen Malone struck out her first time up. Another right-handed hitter for Resurrection Christian. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Letter high, it's 0-1. Well, if they don't score here, that'll be 4 stranded over 4 innings for the Cougars. Looking in. Rule comes home. Swung on, line. Second baseman Lefevre cannot get it overhead. Base hit. Langford gets it back in. It's a run that's going to score here for Resurrection Christian as Knapp crosses home plate. And the Cougars are on the board. It's 3-1. Good play out there by Langford. She got the ball in very quickly. But Resurrection Christian has scored against Brush for the first time this year. Here's Callie Gillespie. She grounded to third in her first plate appearance. The pitch, and that is down and away. Yeah, Rez is out hitting Brush 4-1. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch. That is a strike at the knees, and the count levels at 1-1. That's a steal of second for Charlie Jen Malone. That's why you swing. You never know if you're going to make some good contact, and she did there, going the other way. The offering. Swing and a miss on a pitch up and away. A ball and 2 strikes. Trying to strike out the side for the second time in 3 innings. This would not be in order, though. 1-2 to Gillespie. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Same pitch. And it's a strikeout of Gillespie, and that's it. Resurrection Christian, those scores a run on 2 hits. The Bead Diggers did not commit a physical error. There was a mental error out there, and 2 left. Let's go to the bottom of the 4th inning. The score. It's Brush 3, Resurrection Christian 1 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. I'm John Beltran back in Brush. 3-1, Brush leads Resurrection Christian. If you saw the first meeting, you'd think this is not going to be a game, but you knew Rez would play better in this game. They have offensively and they have via the pitching, but defense has been an issue today with the 5 errors, but they're still in this game. Here is Amaya Bruno, who struck out her first time up against the right-hander Alexis Knapp. Yeah, this might go 7, I'll tell you that right now. The pitch, swing and a miss on a pitch led her high. 9 strikeouts in the game for Braylon Rule and 6 for Alexis Knapp. That's a good pitcher's duel with 15 combined. The Bead Diggers have played better defense, but haven't really needed to play much of it. No balls and 1 strike. And Bruno is scoring a bunt, and she pops it up third base side. And did it make contact with the third baseman? I think it did. Off the bounce, and Riley Smith should have let that go. It had enough English. It would have gone into foul territory. It's now a base hit. Yeah, apparently she did make contact with a glove. She should have let that go as soon as it bounced. And that's what's being contested out there. Yeah, she was not going to catch that on the fly, even though she came in charging from third base. And that'll bring up Keely Langford, who struck out in her first plate appearance. Now, that's too bad. That's just, you got to learn the game there. Painful way to learn the game. Righty against righty. The Bead Diggers have scored a run in each of the first 3 innings. And the pitch, swing and a miss on the inner half, and a steal of second for Amaya Bruno. Yeah, I think now the issue is that she's really shuffling the feet a little bit too much, and Langford is having trouble with her timing. Now scoring to bunt. And she lays it down to third base side. Excellent bunt. The throw to first is going to be late. It's a base hit, and the ball gets away. Up the right field side into foul territory. A run's going to score in Lambert, and the throw to second is going to be late. Lambert was the courtesy runner. And the Bead Diggers now lead 4-1. No RBI, but give Langford a base hit on a gorgeous bunt. Up the third base side. And the air there on Riley Smith. That's their 6th of the game. Here is Lefevre. Struck out and was on base via the air. And that pitch is low. Langford with an easy steal of third base. Brush has really struggled at times to bunt this year, but Keeley laid down a very nice one at third, even though the third baseman Smith was charging. But Keeley has lots of foot speed. 1 ball and no strikes. Didn't get that from the father, from what I understand. And the offering. And that's in the dirt, scooped up by Johnson. I could be wrong, though. 2-0. Heart of the order about to come up for the Bead Diggers. That was only their 3rd hit to the game. And the pitch swung on and lifted into shallow center field. Gillespie coming on, makes the catch. Langford tags from third. She will score. It's a sacrifice fly by Avery Lefevre. And Brush now leads 5-1.
Now batting pitcher, number 4, Braylon Rule.
So the bases are empty for Braylon Rule. 0 for 1 on base via the air and walked. Brush is still not out hitting Resurrection Christian, but they lead by 4. And the pitch swung on, driven foul up the left side. In fact, so foul it was out of play. An early swing by the junior. No balls and 1 strike. Just past the top of the hour, this is 1010 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Weldona. Also on KSIR.com and the TuneIn app. The pitch swung on, chopped to third. Smith has it go underneath her glove, picked up by the shortstop, Lauren Morissette, and that'll be another error on Smith.
Number 6, Carly Catalini.
On a routine bouncer. And that is now 7 errors by Resurrection Christian. Here is Tatalini, who popped up and grounded out 0 for 2. Left-handed hitter. The pitch. And that one's in the dirt, skips away. To second is Rule. And now she's going to head for third. That's a 2-base wild pitch. Talk about foot speed there. 1 ball and no strikes. Apparently, I've either been corrected or made fun of. Keeley, the daughter of a track star. Oh, no, it is the mother that she gets the speed from. All right. That's been clarified. 1 ball and no strikes. And the offering. And that's low, 2-0. Again, the line score for Brush, 5 runs on 3 hits. No errors. Resurrection Christian a run on 4 hits with 7 errors. Both teams have committed 4 miscues. With Harley Holdren waiting to hit next. And the 2-0. That's upstairs. Yeah, Knapp has really thrown a lot in the strike zone here. 44 strikes and 17 balls. And that's the way she was in the first meeting, but the B-Diggers made a lot better contact. She struck out 6 B-Diggers. And they've committed 10 outs. The pitch. On the outside corner, strike 1. Yeah, and once Brush put the ball in play in the first meeting, there was no stopping Brush. Their big inning in that game on August 26th was the 4th when they tallied 9 runs. They had 3, 5, 1, and 9 in that order. The offering. Swag and a miss, letter high. 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Carly Tatalini. With 2 across, a runner at third and 1 down in the bottom of the 4th inning. Brush leads Resurrection Christian 5-1. Johnson lays down the sign, but Knapp is going to come with some heat. She's got no changeup. The offering. Swung on line. Oh, off the first baseman. That was hit like a bullet. She picks it up as Erickson had to defend herself. That will be a base hit. I mean, that was hit right at her. She appears to be okay, but here comes the coaching staff. I mean, that was hit as hard as you can hit a softball to an infielder. In fact, I think it glanced off her right hand. A base hit and RBI as Rule scores at 6-1 Brush. And that thing was tagged on a line by Tatalini. Holdren has singled and struck out.
Number 2, Harley Holdren.
1 for 2 in the game. Has raised the .341 average that she came into the game with. Well, as I mentioned, that 9-run 4th inning happened in meeting number 1. Now they've got 3 in this 4th inning, so that happens to be the one that works out the best for Brush against Resurrection Christian. The pitch, and that bounces in, bounces away. A steal of second was sliding in. Head first for Tatalini. Even though there was obviously no throw. It is 1-0 to Harley Holdren. Yeah, you got to pick up the offense here because that game against Valley earlier this season, that was a 0-0 game until the 4th inning, in Valley then grabbed a 3-1 lead before Brush scored 11 of the next 12 runs to win the game, 12-4. And sometimes one game does carry into the next, especially when you're going on the road. Conference on the mound, and that gives me a chance to tell you that B&B Appliance, from refrigerators to vacuums and everything in between, they have exactly what you need and service it too Outstanding working folks at B&B Appliance and Repair in Fort Morgan. 1 ball, no strikes, 3 across, a runner at second. With 1 down, bottom of the 4th inning, and Brush leads Resurrection Christian 6-1. The pitch. Swung on, driven into left field, and that is going to clear the left fielder, Stagert, all the way towards the fence. Tatalini rounds third. She will score. Into second is Holdren. She rounds second, heading for third. She's in there with a sliding RBI triple. And the Bee Diggers have tallied 4 runs in the inning and lead 7-1. Holdren has done it for the 2nd straight game, hitting a shot to the fence yesterday for a double in the 1st inning. And this time a triple in the 4th. Mason Unrein has struck out and reached on an error. She's 0 for 2. Knapp comes home. That bounces in and bounces away. And here comes Holdren to the plate. She slides in safely. No cover, no throw. On the wild pitch, it's 8-1. And now the Bee Diggers are picking up their game. But to end it here in 4, they'll need 5 runs. It's a 12-run rule after 4 and 10 after 5. So they have work to do. 1 ball and no strikes. Olivia Gillick is on deck. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Took something off of that. A rare pull-the-string pitch. Wouldn't call it much of a changeup, but it did throw Unrein off. And the count is at 1-1. Yeah, it's taken a few innings for the Bee Diggers to start making contact against Alexis Knapp. The only out was a fly ball to center. After she had 6 strikeouts in the first 3 innings, that one bounces off the umpire. Ball 2, strike 1. Yeah, when you look at Brush's 8 victories this year, they have all been one-sided. You'd like to win a close game. They've lost 3-1 to Lyman, 2-0 to Strasburg, 5-0 to Sterling, 7-0 to Severance. Swung on, grounded to short. Routine, throw to first for the out. The play made by Lauren Morissette. 2 down. Gillick, 0 for 2. Again, she reached on an error and struck out. Up there with the bases empty. But this is something Resurrection Christian, from what I understand, works on a lot, which is defense, the offering. Swung on, that's grounded left side. That's a base hit into left field. And the Bee Diggers have picked up another hit in this inning as the ball nearly gets away. Their 6th of the game. And that will give Brisa Aguirre Garcia a chance to hit. She grounded to second. That was bobbled by Krager, so she was able to get on base, then grounded to first. 0 for 2. Brisa only a freshman, but a solid player. The pitch swung on and chopped up the middle. The shortstop dives, base hit into center field. And rounding second, now headed for third. And the slide of the ball gets away and backed up there by Knapp. And that allows Aguirre Garcia to get to second. Hesitation there by Gillick. But 2 runners in scoring position off the base hit by Brisa. And Brush, which had 1 hit going into the inning, now has 6 in the frame. There'll be a visit to the hill with Amaya Bruno, who had a base hit. And I think we learned the first time around you got to keep Knapp in there because they took her out of the game, or took her off the circle in the first meeting. They had to put her back in because there was an issue throwing strikes. Your friendly local community bank serving Wiggins and all surrounding areas, High Plains Bank. Find out more at highplainsbank.com. Bee Digger softball Thursday at Valley at 4 o'clock on 1010. Bee Digger football with Tyler Carmen and Ron Albo on Friday in Estes Park. Thanks to Paul Acosta. Did a nice job with the Brush Severance game last Friday. Fort Morgan football on B106 coming up on Friday. They'll be home to Discovery Canyon. As the Bee Diggers have 2 on and 5 across with 2 down in the bottom of the 4th inning, leading Resurrection Christian 8-1. And let's see if Bruno can extend the lead. Having a conversation with head coach Tom Odell in the third base coaching box. Yeah, you don't want to go 6 innings here. I mean, 5 you might have to because you've got to score 5 unanswered here without making an out. But up 8-1, you want to shorten this game. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the ball skips away. Now to the plate, sliding in there just ahead of the dive by the catcher Johnson is Olivia Gillick, and the Bee Diggers lead 9-1. That'll be a wild pitch. Yeah, the cover was laid by Knapp, so Johnson, who had the ball get away from her maybe a couple of feet away, and Gillick broke late, but she scored. So Aguirre now at third. No balls and 1 strike. 6 in the inning for Brush. In the 4th inning of both games, the Bee Diggers have scored a combined 15 runs. 0-1 to the 8-hitter. Keely Langford had a beautiful RBI, or I should say bunt single. She's on deck, swing and a miss, and that was earlier in this inning. In fact, this is the 10th hitter of the inning for Brush. No balls and 2 strikes to Bruno. Bruno digs in, open stance for the right side. The offering, that is just inside. That was close. 1-2. Yeah, Knapp thought she had the pitch. I thought she did too. It was right there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. Resurrection Christian looking to get out of the frame. Swung on and fouled back. Count remains at 1-2. The only good news, if you go to the 5th inning, that reduces the amount of runs you have to score in the next inning for Brush. It would go from 4 more in this inning to 2 in the bottom of the 5th, assuming you hold Resurrection Christian in check. The 0-2 pitch, Bruno awaits. Bounces in, bounces away to the screen. Aguirre Garcia slides in head first. Unnecessarily, I should add. I mean, there was nobody near the plate. And it's 10-1. I didn't mean to laugh. No, I did mean to laugh. Yeah, there was really no reason for that. Yeah, she could have been just gliding in without a slide. Brush has 7 runs in the inning. It is now a 2-2 count. The pitch swung on and chopped foul off the right leg of Bruno. Well, now that reduces the number to 1 run in the bottom of the 5th inning if Brush does not score 3 unanswered here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs with the bases empty. Man, Knapp has thrown a load of pitches in this frame. The offering swung on, grounded right back to the mound. Knapp underhands for the out. And she is relieved that Brush is finally done in this inning. That's a lot of pitches thrown by Knapp. In fact, let's see, there were, 29. I thought there were more than 29. 7 runs on 6 hits for Brush. There were 2 errors and the bases were left empty. Let's head to the top of the 5th inning. And the Bee Diggers are in control over Resurrection Christian 10-1 on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com, and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. This could be the final at-bat here for Resurrection Christian if Braylon Rule does the job and holds down Resurrection Christian, and the Bee Diggers score a run in the bottom of the 5th inning. They lead 10-1. I got to slow myself down at times. Here is Audrey Johnson, the catcher. 9-1-2. She struck out her first time. The pitch, swing and a miss. On the outside corner, 9 strikeouts for Braylon Rule. Let's confirm that. I'm going off of memory. And the offering, swing and a miss. I bet it's 10, knowing some of the errors I made today. It is 10. It's 0-2. Yeah, my performance is definitely rougher than what's on the field at times. The 0-2 pitch, right down the middle, strike 3, and Johnson is rung up. And there's 1 down, strikeout number 11. Lauren Morissette is the leadoff hitter in this lineup from the right side. She's fanned twice. Braylon Rule not messing around. The pitch, and that is a little bit up and away. Ball and no strikes. Only the 17th ball thrown by Rule against 46 strikes. Well, she has really been in control. This is the best game she's pitched since the quarterfinal against Lions last year. And squaring to bunt, and she did wave at it. And missed it. It's 1-1. And that pitch was around ankle high. 1 ball and 1 strike. 10-1 Brush in the top of the 5th inning. Braylon Rule comes home. Swag and a miss. Inside corner, knee high. A ball and 2 strikes. The Bee Diggers with a victory would move to 9-8. Yeah, we'll check out the standings in the Patriot League. The pitch. Swung on, grounded up the middle. Second baseman Lefevre backhands, sets, throws to first, and the ball gets away from Gillick. That throw was low, but it should have been made over there. That would have been an out. E3 on my vantage point. That throw was there. It was just low, but it was off the ground. Brush commits their first error of the game. Here is Krager, struck out twice. Yeah, it wasn't chest high, but that was knee high. Should have been caught. The pitch. Strike down the middle. It's 0-1. As we pull up the Patriot League standings. And swung on and bunted foul behind the plate. No balls and 2 strikes to Krager. She has fanned twice in the game. University and Sterling 8-1 in league play. That pitch is inside. Throw back to first, and back on the bag is Morissette. A ball and 2 strikes. Eaton is 6-2 in league. Strasburg at 5-3. The Bee Diggers about to move to 5-5. And the pitch. That is a called strike 3 on the outside corner, belt high. Strikeout number 12 for Braylon Rule. Here's Alexis Knapp. She has 2 of the 4 hits for Resurrection Christian. One was a pop fly that was misplayed in the infield. And the other one was an infield hit. The pitch. Took something off it, down and in, a ball and no strikes. She's also got home run power. Rule wants to stay out of that area. That's why that error could hurt Brush. It would be an unearned run. The offering. Swung on, popped up down the right field line. Langford chasing to her right and makes a beautiful play to her left along the line. Kaylee Langford right along the line. I think she was still in fair territory. Was able to make the catch. And that closing speed ends the inning as Resurrection Christian is limited to 1 base runner. And she was on via the air. Let's head to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Bee Diggers are a run away from winning this game as they lead the Cougars 10-1 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Well, it happens in baseball and in softball quite a bit, where a play is made defensively, like Keely Langford just made on a ball that was twisting along the right field line, and the fly ball hit by Knapp, and she made the running catch. Now, she's slated to lead off the inning. However, I think we're going to have a pinch hitter. Yeah, that looks like Delaney Draggert's about to step in. Based on my distant view. I don't see the home plate umpire, but there's got to be obviously a lineup alteration there. Yeah, that is Draggart about to step in for Brush. And she will lead off here in the bottom of the 5th inning with the Bee Diggers up by a score of 10-1. And there's a new pitcher as well, Riley Smith. Which means Alexis Knapp will now go to short. And that's the way this lineup has been set. And this was the struggle last time for Resurrection Christian. Once Knapp was out of the game, it was an issue throwing strikes. They've got a solid number 1. The number 2 is something they're working on. Let's see what Riley Smith can do here. I'm trying to figure out who's at third. Let's see, at third base is Stagert. Well, that means they've shifted somebody to left field. And that might be Charlie Jen Malone out in left. Well, they're moving them all over the place. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a I don't know if that's a changeup, but it came across as one. No balls and one strike to Delaney Draggart. Yeah, she has not batted, well, at least in the game we've covered, in a couple of weeks. And the offering. And that one went behind her, a ball and a strike. A run and the game is over. Rockies on deck coming up at 6 o'clock on 10:10 KSIR. First pitch at 6:40 against the Dodgers from Coors Field. It's 1-1. The Bee Diggers scored a run in the first, one in the second, one in the third, 7 in the fourth, and that's a strike on the outside corner. Ball 1, strike 2. Bee Diggers have 10 runs on 7 hits. Resurrection Christian a run on 4 hits. Brush with an air. Resurrection Christian with 7. And the 1-2. That's up and in. Ball 2, strike 2 to Draggart. Let's see how many changes will be made. It looks like Lefevre is on deck, but we'll see. And the pitch. And that bounces behind her. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I got to check out that number. Looks like Lefevre. Nonetheless, let's deal with this hitter. 3-2 to Draggart to begin the bottom of the 5th inning. And the right-hander Riley Smith comes home, and that is extremely high off the glove of Johnson to the backstop. And now she's going to round first and go to second. Now Tom Odo wanted her to round first. That's a live ball and a walk. And she might have been able to get the second. Here's Reese Lambert. So Lambert hitting Lefevre's spot.
Number 13, Reese Lambert.
Yeah, Reese doesn't have too many swings this year. Pull up some numbers on her, and that pitch gets away. It was in the dirt to second now. And the final run of the game at second base there with Draggart off the wild pitch. 1 ball and no strikes. Lambert is hitting .500. All right, 2 out of 4. Riley Smith just trying to fire strikes in, and that one is high. That is off the glove, but Draggart's going to stay at second. I think he wants, and I'm talking about Coach Odell, Lambert to hit and to drive Draggart around from second to home, or at least to third base. 2 balls and no strikes. Yeah, the victory's a foregone conclusion. It's a matter of when. The pitch. That is upstairs. 3-0. Yeah, I think Coach is going to clear the bench. He's going to clear this bench. 3 balls and no strikes. Riley Smith comes home, and that is up and away. It's a walk. And that is now 7 consecutive balls thrown by Riley Smith. Alicia Hernandez now hits in the spot occupied by Braylon Rule. Alexis Knapp will pay a visit to the hill. Close the book on Knapp. 78 pitches, 57 of those strikes. Allowed 4 runs. Let's see, 4 earned runs, I guess, and that pitch is off the glove. The runners do advance there. 1 ball and no strikes. See, I'm trying to get the accurate line here on the visiting pitcher. Yeah, 10 runs, 4 earned. That's what I was trying to say. Only 4 earned runs. They committed 7 errors behind her. 1-0 pitch, and that one is snagged out of the air by the catcher Johnson. 2-0. 9 consecutive pitches outside the zone. Well, the Bee Diggers might score a run without making contact. 2 balls and no strikes. Alicia Hernandez awaits the pitch, and that one is high. And I'm sure the umpire wants to expand the strike zone, but it's got to be somewhere in the zone. It is 3-0. 11 balls and 2 strikes thrown by Smith. Both strikes were to Delaney Draggart. And it's 3-0 to Hernandez. I think Coach Odell wants her to swing away if it's anywhere in the area code. Anywhere in the zone. 3-0 pitch. But that one's high. That's off the glove. Here comes Draggart to the plate. She slides in. And the Bee Diggers win the game over the Resurrection Christian Cougars in 5 innings, 11-1. All right, let's get you to the post-game show right here. from Jocelyn Field in Brush, as the Bee Digger post-game show is brought to you by Morgan Community College. Here to make your dreams become a reality for both traditional and non-traditional students. Check them out at morgancc.edu. We'll get some other sponsors in. The Bee Diggers win 11-1. 11 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 6 left on base. For Resurrection Christian, a run on 4 hits, 7 errors, 5 left on base. The winning pitcher was Braylon Rule with 12 strikeouts in the game. The loss went to Alexis Knapp. And time of the game, 1 hour and 23 minutes. As the Bee Diggers got on the board in the bottom of the first inning, a quick run on Harley Holdren's RBI single with 2 down. They scored an unearned run in the second, making it 2-0, and then tallied another run in the bottom of the third inning as Mason Unrein, who reached on an air, scored on a wild pitch. Then after the Charlie Jen Malone 2-out RBI single in the top of the fourth, the Bee Diggers broke the game open in the bottom of the fourth inning. Keely Langford was able to reach safely in a gorgeous bunt, scoring Amaya Bruno, so that was an RBI single. Avery Lefevre had a sacrifice fly, making it 5-1. And then Tatalini with an RBI single extended the lead to 6-1. And then Harley Holdren with another RBI, a triple to make it 7-1. She scored on a wild pitch, making it 8-1. Gillick did the same, and as did Brisa Aguirre Garcia, as did Draggart here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And with a victory, the Bee Diggers are 5-5 in the Patriot League, 9-8 overall, and Resurrection Christian now 1-8 overall in the season. Next up for Brush on Thursday, they'll be on the road against the Valley Vikings, and we'll have the game at 4 o'clock right here on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. And a reminder, Brush football on Friday on the road against the Estes Park Bobcats. Fill up your coolers, gas up your car. Stubbs Gas and Oil, easy and convenient. Make them the only stop you need on your way to the big game. Stubbs Gas and Oil. The final score once again from Jocelyn Field. Brush in 5 innings defeats Resurrection Christian 11-1 on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network.